Hi, it's Laura at Aquamarine 18 Tarot and Books. Thanks for stopping by my channel today. Welcome or welcome back. I am here with what I know will be a very rambly video. You know, I can ramble even when I'm organized and have a plan. And tonight I'm not really very organized at all and don't really have a plan. But it's been, I think, about 6 weeks since I've posted anything, which is a long time for me. And so I wanted to, pop on this evening to say hi and just share some musings about where I'm at, some thoughts around YouTubing in the future for me, and yeah, my little absence that maybe nobody noticed. I don't know, but I certainly noticed because it's longer than it has been. I have not been feeling like filming at all for the past while, and there's lots of reasons for that. Some of those are personal life stuff. I'm not going to say too much about it because I'll get really emotional. But suffice to say, I've been processing some really deep grief around a huge loss in my personal life, and that has really overtaken everything else and affected my capacity in pretty severe ways. I'm in therapy and it's helpful. I'm well supported, but I just haven't felt well. I want to mention I've been very much supported through this by Blue Earth Tarot by Allison Davies. I wanted to just mention that because it's on Kickstarter right now for a couple more days. A reprint of this deck that I understand will be exactly the same as this one, except for fixing. I think there's one card that has an extra one on the Roman numeral, but other than that, it'll be the same. This is such a good deck. Cyanotype, nature photography. There's some animals. This is a winter deck and a blue deck, and I've been feeling blue, and this deck has been really good for me in that context. So I wanted to share it. Yeah, it's a really good one. So I've been grieving, am grieving, and that has certainly kept me from feeling like enthused about filming for YouTube. I have also definitely been feeling unenthused in a context of feeling some strong feelings around social media companies, big internet companies, being on the internet right now, that are kind of a tangle of things that have also affected my enthusiasm for being here. Probably nobody noticed, except for the very few people who commented, that I deleted my Instagram. I hadn't posted on there for over a year. But folks know there was recently a switch there on the site in terms of content. What is this word? Like moderation and fact checking and these kinds of things, and shifts toward less fact checking and less moderation of hateful content, right? And that was the impetus for me to finally not just not use it, but actually delete my profile completely. And that was not because I felt like I was going to get some influx of hateful comments that probably would have happened had I continued to use it, I presume. And it's not because I thought that the fact checking was great. Like, clearly was not. And it's not because I was experiencing an uptick in like hateful comments, because I was never on there, right? But ultimately, like, that one was a really easy decision about the kinds of companies that I'm willing to support. And, I'd never given Meta any of my money, but it's, having lots of users on there is very profitable, right? And I could not stay knowing that. My 2025 word of the year is foundation, and foundation has taken me lots of interesting places already, and it's only March. But it is something foundational to me that I could not stay there. I already wasn't on Facebook. I talked to about 3 people on WhatsApp. If you're one of those 3 people, we'll figure it out. All of whom have other ways to contact me. I don't want to be on there either. I'm in the process of shifting away. I'm in the process of shifting away from Gmail, actually. I am definitely feeling like at this point, paying for an email provider that is more privacy centric is something that I am willing to do. So I've done that, and I'm making a shift. It's quite laborious to change email addresses after you've used the same for a very, very long time. But I feel good about making that shift. And some of that has to do with privacy concerns. It has to do with surveillance concerns. It has to do with targeted advertising concerns. It has to do with the plagiarism machine that is AI, accessing things without consent, to, cannibalize that and be trained on it so that other people can then make their original content using that. That's what I think about that. If anyone was wondering, probably no one was. I don't feel good about continuing to use Gmail, so I'm shifting away from there, suffice to say. And of course, that means I'm thinking about YouTube as well, right? And that is really affecting my enthusiasm for being here. Not so much being here necessarily in terms of as a viewer. I've commented here and there on other people's videos, but definitely in terms of filming videos myself. It's really, I'm not feeling into it and enthused about it and excited about it right now in ways that I have before. At the same time, I do feel much more attached to YouTube than I ever have to Instagram. I've made friends here. I've made friends with folks here who I hope will be friends for the rest of my life. Who I think will be friends for the rest of my life. Who I care about very much. And I really enjoy talking about tarot and talking about books and talking about tarot and books with other folks here who like talking about those things. And talking about divination and talking about druidry and all of these things, right? I enjoy that. But the concerns that have to do with the medium is the wrong word, but the host, the context, concerns that I have about that are definitely impacting my interest in filming. And I want to be clear that having a lack of enthusiasm for filming right now is not because I have a lack of enthusiasm for tarot right now or because I have a lack of enthusiasm for books right now. Like, I'm very happy with where my personal practices are at right now. I am reading for myself every day. I'm reading for other folks when I get the chance. I'm reading books all the time. Definitely with grief brain, I had a reading slump, understandably so. But it's not out of any lack of interest or enthusiasm or desire to engage in the practices that I talk about here that I haven't been here. It's about the filming and the sharing itself, rather than the substance of that sharing, if that makes sense. So that's how I've been feeling. And I don't know what the outcome of all of these feelings is. This is not me posting something to say that I'm going to delete all of my videos tomorrow. This is not, me saying that this is the last thing I'm going to film. I certainly don't think that that's the case. It is just some thinking aloud. I think that these things are important to talk about. I know that I'm not the only person who is probably thinking about some of these things, or all of these things, I'm sure. Nothing I've said is particularly novel, I don't think. But yeah, I think it's important to talk about and to think about. And so I'm thinking about it and I'm talking about it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I'll end up. This is a lot to think about. There's a lot to think about right now, right? I'm not sure if I will end up moving to a different platform. I've thought about that. I did, sometime after I had deleted my Instagram, I reserved a username on PixelFed, but I haven't used it. I just signed up and then never touched it again. And I think with Instagram, it is this kind of thing where I had already gone a year without using Instagram in any way. So like the idea of immediately finding a replacement just doesn't feel, particularly urgent or important to me, because it's clearly not a thing that I need. But I'm thinking about that in the context of sharing some nature photography as I'm doing more of that, and that feels appealing to me. I'm not sure about jumping from YouTube to another context. I'm not sure about what the future of my channel holds. I am going to wrap this up because I really, like I said, I don't know where this is going. I'll just say that for now, at the time of filming this, I have a email address in my YouTube profile here. Once that email is no longer the email that I'm using, if there's another way to contact me, I will update that. I'm not like disappearing from the internet or becoming completely uncontactable. I will be reachable for the time being, and if I'm going to kind of shut the channel, then I will like let people know that and how to stay in touch, because there's lots of folks that I would absolutely love to stay in touch with. I am making no hurried decisions. So we'll see. I have no idea when my next video will be. It's been important to me the whole time I've had a channel that this not feel like a job. This is totally unrelated to my livelihood. So I'm just here for the enjoyment and the fun and the friends and sharing things that we enjoy and are passionate about. I've never held myself to any kind of video filming frequency or anything like that for that reason. But right now, all of these intersecting concerns are making this feel less like fun for me. And so I think that will definitely mean that I'm not filming nearly as often as I have historically. Again, I'm not disappearing tomorrow, but not sure when I'll be back. I am commenting here and there, so I will talk to you at some point, talk to you soon. Wherever I hope you're well. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, have a great night.